So, Glenn, what has been the most enjoyable part about being governor of Virginia?
I thought you were going to ask me an easy one, like which one of your children do you love most?
I have observed as a student of American history myself that in the long history of this country, there has never been a case where a governor of Virginia ran for president against the governor of Maryland. Never happened. Do you think that's a precedent should be broken at some point, or you haven't thought about it?
Well, so David, I'm a little bit of a student of history, and there's never been an owner of the Baltimore Orioles run for president either.
And can I say just very briefly? Actually, I think this really does, even this moment kind of does symbolize the pretty amazing journey of this country. Because if you think about it, think about where the founders and the originators, their idea that we would have a celebration of America's 250th with, a governor who'd never run for office before in his life, with a Jewish kid from Baltimore, who has become one of the great philanthropists of his time, of a kid who grew up from an immigrant single mom, who became the first black governor in the history of their state. Like, to think about what this means in celebration of a 250th of this country, this really is a pretty remarkable moment.
We think about the goal on the National Mall as we head into this year-long celebration of America. We also need to recognize that we have to pass on the baton to the next generation, and that these truths must once again be stood up for. Our First Amendment rights, freedom of speech, freedom of religious expression. The fact that we do have a document, the Constitution, that has now become the oldest living constitution in the world ever. This is America, and why Wes and I, and I think our spouses and David were so excited to join you today, to join you in an effort to bring America together, to bring America to a place, the National Mall, that's more than buildings. It's a place that events happen that formed history. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s I Have a Dream speech changed history. Inaugural speeches, we may each have our own favorite. I still love Ronald Reagan's speech in 1981. Moments where we as a nation expressed ourselves. And finally, a mall that stands as a place of gathering today, whether it's pickleball or softball or walks or runs. This is why this space is so important, and it's why I believe the work that you all are doing, supported by people all over the country and the world, is so important. And so I just want to again reiterate a thank you to all of you for caring deeply for America, caring deeply for helping all Americans and everyone from around the world understand what we stand for. And I cannot wait to be standing among you next year on July 4th, 2026, celebrating the 250th anniversary of this great nation. So,
one of the things I really came to appreciate about the mall as I got older is that, that this is a place that can have an acknowledgement of the Vietnam War and our Vietnam War veterans. That this is a monument that can have, have a tribute to Abraham Lincoln, our leader during the middle of a brutal civil war. That this is a place that can have a tribute to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., a person who helped to lead this country when, during a time, and in many cases, and still many times right now, where the racial history of the U.S. is still being pressure tested. And so it's one of the things that I did not have a full appreciation and a full love of the mall until I until I
Okay.
was able to really appreciate why it's so important to us.